Bob's Dyno service, and yeah, he had a little Honda 500 adventure bike. Did a horsepower run for the gentleman he was very happy with. And Dan the man's been working on a V-Rod. Pretty cool looking bike. They weren't very popular here in the States. This one's got a stator problem. And luckily it's still available. It's got really cool graphics on the tank, and you know, it's a cool looking bike. They just didn't do very well here. It's got a huge back tire on it. He's got a Vance & Hines pipe on it, but it's all blacked out. Pretty cool looking bike. And for today's tech tip, something that gets neglected on most of your motorcycles out there, you guys that don't check your brake systems and flush and you know, take care of them, because let's face it, brake systems will attract moisture, and you need to really flush them out and bleed them out. I would recommend yearly, but at least every 2. And I did that on this one. However, the 2018 Ultra Anniversary has the reflex brake linking system in it. So it has to be connected to a computer for the ABS module. That way it opens up all the valves and you're able to really flush out the system well. And luckily Dan Cantor is here, the Chief Tech Performance Specialist extraordinaire. And you've seen Dan in some of my earlier videos when we did the, well, you should remember when we did the entire cam chest on this. We did the pump, the cam plate, the cam, how to set the bearings. We did all of that in one of our previous videos. And Dan's very informative. All right, we'll be back when we get started.
So
Take 2.
This is an ABS module. This came off of a 2019 Street Glide, which had no brake maintenance whatsoever. What happens is when moisture gets into the system, it causes the solenoids in these to bind up, to oxidize, and they no longer work properly. This is quite an expensive component, and the labor to reinstall the new one and then bleed the whole system is quite high. So the cost of maintenance is quite low in comparison, and it's definitely worthwhile. It should be done at minimum every 2 years, but if you happen to do it every year, that is not a bad thing at all.
And there you have it, straight from the expert. Okay, for all you DIY guys, this is not something you can do at home. Just letting you know, you have to have special modules to connect to the bike. This little gadget right here, you got to have that, and then it has to get connected to a computer. So as you can see, and I don't care if my VIN gets thrown out there, I don't really give 2 shits about much, but yep, this is the diagnostic software. Dan's going into the ABS service bleeding. So
So now this is going to make me apply the brakes, and it's going to start activating the solenoids inside the anti-lock brake module. The idea behind that is any air that's in that system, it's going to help to purge the air out of the system to give you a better feeling brake.
Yes, and I've had mushy brakes on the front since I've owned this bike. And I've changed the fluid several times. And it never really dawned on me that this had the reflex connected brakes. But then it kind of dawned on me when I realized that like 30 miles an hour, if I use the rear brake and then grab the front, I get a really good feel on the front brake. So Dan is working his magic. The voodoo that he do.
So this bike is equipped with a SoundStream radio. They're a great system. They work phenomenal. It is my opinion, far superior to the factory radio. One thing though to take note is when you are doing a factory brake bleed, you need to pull the fuse for the radio. The radio will interrupt communication between the motorcycle and the computer software, allowing to activate the solenoids in the ABS.
Oh, there you have it. Yet, you guys are learning more stuff in this video. You should be paying for this.
So now I'm going to start the process. This is going to have me initially hold the front brake. And as you can hear the noises there, that's the anti-lock brake module activating. That is the first step.
That's pretty crazy. You could definitely hear the ABS doing its thing.
Okay. So now it's going to have me
Pump
the brakes. And while I'm doing that, it's going to start activating the anti-lock brake module. And the idea is that it's going to help purge the air out of the system and hopefully turn these brakes from mushy to a nice firm brake lever. Okay.
And as you can see, there's prompts on the screen that's telling him what he needs to do. And now it says the front brake bleeding procedure was complete.
Okay. So now just waiting on the computer, getting ready to do the rear brake. And since these are linked, got to make sure there's no air in either system. So I'm going to do the same thing with the rear brake pedal. So first I press and hold the brake.
Well, it's about noisy.
Yep. Okay.
Did the rear brake pedal go to the back position, and did you hear the solenoid be activated?
Yes.
Buzzing noise. Yes, it made a lot of buzzing noises. Now we're going into the pumping of the rear brake.
Okay, so now I'm going to start pumping the brake. Again, you can hear the anti-lock brake module making noises. And the noises are the solenoids and the pump in it activating.
Now we got a countdown timer, and it will be complete.
Once this is complete, we're then going to check the brakes, see how they feel, and if we need to repeat the procedure, we can repeat it. Sometimes you need to do further actual bleeding of the brakes, and then repeat the process. But as long as the brakes feel good and they're responsive, then it's done.
So in closing, I took the bike out for a test ride. The brakes are amazing. They feel great. Dan, what's your last words of wisdom to anybody out there in regards to brake maintenance?
Well, keep up with your maintenance and you'll continue to have good brakes. If you don't, it can cost you a lot of money.
A lot of money and a lot of pain too.
Yep.
All right, guys, that's going to be it for Rob's Dyno today. Got a little bit done. We got a little bike on the little Honda 500 on the Dyno, and there's the man, the myth, the legend. The marriage counselor, motorcycle marriage counselor.
That's right. One session with us, you fall in love with your bike all over again.
There you go. There you have it. All right, guys. Thanks for watching.